Hello everyone. We're back with the series Quest Talk here with two new people actually. These are special ones. These are from IIIT Hyderabad. So we have Akshit and Sai Pawan in the house with us. So please introduce yourselves, everyone.
Yeah, hi everyone. I'm Saipan and I'm in EC in IIIT Hyderabad. And I got into IIIT Hyderabad by JE mode.
Hello guys, this is Akshat from IIIT-H and I'm from CSD branch. I got into IIIT-H through UG mode of admission.
Nice. Okay. So yeah. So these people have different streams as you can see. One is from UGE and one is from JE. So these people can have many insights about that. And we are also learning about one of the top and most, you know, the college with best placements, the IIIT Hyderabad. So we'll get into interview. Right. So first, I'd like to ask you about your journey. You know that 11th and 12th journey which you went through to get into IIIT. Could you tell it a little about that? Your
Okay,
insights.
so like mine was basically the normal JE, the grind and all that. So I was in Narayana and I had to do the weekly test and all that. So here I am after 2 years.
Yeah, even I'm in Narayana, weekly tests and often daily exams and get lows and highs in exams, like sometimes high, sometimes very low. It's been like a very tough situation every time. So yeah.
Oh, I see. So could you elaborate? Oh, at that point, what did you feel during your JE prep? Like at what point were you depressed or at what point you were sure you might do very well and get into such a nice college? So
So basically,
a few examples.
so when the marks are low, everyone would feel like everyone would feel depressed. And after my mains rank, I'm like totally depressed. I didn't even expect that I could get that much big rank. So then after I started hit I started studying again. Then I felt some confidence again. So and then I thought of up like writing UG. Then I cracked it after that.
Nice, great. Okay. So, did you have any backup options in your mind that, or was this always your dream? Was this the backup option?
UG was the backup option for me. The dream was JE Advanced.
Yeah, I had like three options during my counseling. Like I got BITS Pilani CSE, then NITK CSE, and but I wanted ECE. Like I think I had interest in my mind. So IIIT Hyderabad, I heard it was a good place to start with ECE. So yeah, I chose this.
Okay, that's nice. Great. So, do you have any last minute tips for the JE aspirants? I mean, yeah, we know that right now the JE is over, but the ones who have just entered 12, they might be facing a little problem. So, any tips you have or suggestions for them?
Yeah, like maintaining your confidence is important because there are options. So just like getting low in an exam doesn't mean you give up on everything and just feel low because you have many private colleges which are actually very good. So yeah, maintain confidence and try your best.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
And Akshay? Okay, cool. That's fine, fine. Okay, that's enough about Jane. So let's get into your college and the department. Right. So what would you say the curriculum is like in Triple IT? Would you say it's theoretical or hands-on?
Yeah, so like for at least my department, it is a combination of both. Like you go into more the technical aspects of it and you even do it hands-on. So the curriculum is a bit hectic over here.
Yeah. Okay. So could you like describe a little about how is it a day in your campus?
A day in our camp.
Yeah, our day basically starts with okay.
Basically, a day starts with the. Uh, so for me, last sem it was sports, so we have 4 sports credits. We should complete it. So each sem 1 credit. So for me, it's a morning sports. So morning sports, then classes, and after that time, we used to have some like 5 labs in a week. CS people used to have that, and then after that, up to 12, there will be some assignment deadlines. So it would be it is way hectic.
Okay. So that means you have some projects or something you have worked on, right? Is it in the academy?
Yeah, like for at least the yeah, at least for the EC department, like the first sem we had all the basic Arduino microcontrollers project, and like for our second sem we had a thing like designing a receiver and all that.
Yeah, same for us CS people also. In first sem we didn't have any project, but in second sem we have a IoT based project in which we have to like make some smart homes, security systems, and some smart railway tracking systems using microcontrollers and sensors, and even communications, like many things like Zigbee, MQTT, and all communication protocols. Yeah.
Great. Okay, so how active would you say is the coding and competitive programming culture in the campus?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can say that the coding and the competitive programming is very active
Uh,
in our college. Like we even have our hackathon conducted by IIIT. It's one of the most premium event conducted by our college. So yeah, like the participation is very huge.
so there are some people. There are there is a ICPC finalist from our college also this time.
Oh, okay. Nice. So, are there collaborations among your peers then? Like, do you group study most of the time, or is it self-study? What kind of study do you follow pattern?
Yeah, mainly it actually depends on the course. So because sometimes like there are some people like who are actually more good in like a course. So like people will flock over them. And sometimes like the course are simple but like lengthy all that. So people don't need much help. So yeah, like there is a peer helping and all that in our
I see. Okay, that's great. So, fine. Let's ask a little about the life at IIIT. So, what was your reaction when you entered at IIIT the first time?
Yeah, okay. Actually, I was kind of in shock, like after the 2 years of, the kind of like hellish life in JEE preparation and all that. And a 2 month break after it, like, I was in kind of this thing, still in the mood of being free.
I see. Okay.
So yeah, it was actually fun, like stepping into college
Yeah,
that time.
we used to have a whole week called like induction week. Like we used to have many fun activities that time, I guess so, and we enjoyed a lot at that time. And after that, the academic scene.
I see. Okay. So, tell me a little about the clubs and the fun you usually have in a day, you know, apart from academy.
Yeah,
Like
like
clubs, there are some cultural clubs and some technical clubs. The part I'm in are mostly technical clubs. We have an astronomy club here, so it may whenever we can, whenever we want, we can just go and stargaze ourselves. Yeah, and
Nice. And Cyber, the clubs you are in?
yeah, like I'm also part of the astronautics club. Like we do a lot of all this content writing and all that for the weekly blogs and all that. There it's kind of fun, like you get to explore the topics you're interested in.
Okay, okay, nice. So
no,
you, both of you have like met in the club.
yeah.
Okay,
So
Yeah, we are in a totally different teams and all that.
okay, okay, fine. Yeah. So, how do you balance your academics or personal time and extracurriculars?
Yeah, it's actually very tough to do that over here. There is nothing like
So
having your legs on two boats at the same time,
yeah, I agree with
but it's
this.
still possible.
We can't balance, but if you are very interested in this, you will do like so. For example, any club is just your interest, like in triple IT as well. So if you are interested in that field, you will explore in that field even though when you have works and like you will find time. So that's the key. Most of the people will use here.
I see. Okay. So, yeah. Then what about the food or canteen, the
Food.
mess which you have available?
Yeah, like the food in a college is actually good. Like I can't say it's very good because that comes the home food. So actually, if you compare the standards anywhere, according to myself at least, the food we get here is very good. And like the canteens, yeah, we have 4 canteens in our college. Like depending on like where the hostels are located, where our main academic block. So yeah, so it's kind of like fun as a night when you go out to the canteens. You roam the whole college, just
Food.
going to the canteen.
We have faced some incidents regarding food. Biryani in a
Or is that
frog in a biryani. Yeah, we have witnessed it.
Oh, damn. Okay.
That
Let
led to a closure from a Steven.
So at that point, did you
Yeah,
think
like
of trying that frog or okay, okay. So you have thrown that away. Fine, fine. Cool. Yeah. Any memorable festival, event, or a moment on campus that you'd never forget?
like we have our annual fest. That's one of the best thing. Or like like a triple IIT conducts many more. Like
Yeah.
sometimes we have a marathon where we are supposed to run 10 kilometers and all that. And the biggest issue into that is they give free attendances for our sports credits. So people who are just like sleeping all through the sem, they just realize, okay, I need to finish this course. So they just like they can't do it, but they still drag themselves over the 10-kilometer marathon and all that.
I see. Okay, okay. So yeah,
Yeah. So in sports also, for context, in sports also we need to complete our 85% attendance criteria in order to pass.
okay, that's new.
So we so we so we got 6 attendances that day for running 10
Okay,
kilometers.
so it's like hourly basis. You do these many hours, that will count as one attendance.
Yeah, nothing like that. So like
No,
it's there every day of the week, and you are assigned a slot Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. So you need to go on the slot. Like yours might be morning or evening and all that. So depending on that, you go. You can mark your attendance.
I see. Okay, okay. So yeah, then what's the cultural scene like? Fest, music, drama, etc. A little briefly, if you have an idea about, you can just name them.
so like, we have only one annual fest which goes by the name Felicity. And if we see about dances, we have inter-house competitions. So we are divided into houses, 4 houses. So we have inter-house competitions for dances and music, but not for drama. So drama is evolving these days in AAA.
Yeah, so from what I've understood until now, it's like Triple IT has many things going on. It's a little hard to manage. So maybe you might get a little stressed or something, right? So yeah, what's the favorite spot or the place which you go to on the campus for relax or to think your personal time?
Honestly, I would say our hostel rooms.
Yes,
Yeah, that's the
better.
most peaceful
That's the best
location you can
thing.
get right out here. No friends, nothing.
Yeah.
Just lie on your bed. Yeah, or like if you think like to the whole campus, there are some spots like there's like a road just like there, no one goes over there. It's just couples and all that.
Lovers lane.
Yeah, that's what we call it.
Right, right. Since you did get to that point, I'd like to ask you like a little fun and rapid fire questions. Your favorite midnight snack from the canteen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Egg
Yeah,
fried
egg
Maggie.
fried Maggie, or you go to other canteen to get a milkshake.
Right. Fine.
Milkshake. Oreo milk.
Yeah.
The most
Basically.
embarrassing moment of the college that you have faced?
There have been times like when the professor got angry on the batch, like because people don't pay attention to the classes, like if you have like 300 members in a class, only like you see 20 people listening to it, and rest to it is just like sitting on the back, some in their own world, some trying to concentrate and unable to understand the thing. So once the professor actually got angry, then he started pointing towards random people, like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Then he randomly pointed at me and he's like, okay, you're from C&D, right? That's why you do this. I was like, sir, I'm from EC. Just leave me alone.
Nice, great. So at that point,
So, yeah.
what is his reply?
He's just like, okay, he's like, whatever, and he just left.
Oh, damn. And you stood there like, don't know what happened. Yeah, been there. That happened to me once.
I was like totally clueless.
Okay.
Like the whole batch was totally clueless what he was teaching, and he just asked me something he just wrote on the board.
Okay. And Akshit, an embarrassing moment for you.
No, I don't remember
I was
anything.
trying to stay secretive.
Very.
Yeah, okay. Right.
No.
A course that you, since that point already came out about how no one was listening, a course that you had slept most of the time and still passed.
Okay, I'm not going to boast,
Every course.
but it was real analysis for me.
Okay.
For me, at most like every course, maximum of the cases,
Right.
I would like literally I will sleep at like morning 3 a.m. and wake up at morning 6 a.m. Then I'll sleep in classes most of the day.
A great way to get your sleep through, huh? Okay, that's impressive actually. Yeah. So, fine. Your celebrity crush, if you are okay with mentioning.
Celebrity. From what can I say? There are too many.
Damn. Okay. Name one, the best one. The best one.
Too many, right? Okay, I would actually go to a fictional character. If you're okay with it.
Okay. Yeah, that is okay.
Yeah, I think I would choose Daenerys Targaryen from
Yeah.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so basically, yeah, something. What's the name? Yeah, never mind. Akshit, your turn.
Daenerys Targaryen. No.
Hinata from Tokyo Ranger.
Okay.
Same, a fictional
He's an
character.
anime fan. Right. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, describe about the love life and romance in IIIT.
Like, I didn't experience anything.
I highly doubt.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay.
Saipon.
So there is all the drama going on in our college, but I just tried to not get into any beef with it. But you can be sure that there is a lot of things going on in there.
Okay. Fine. I'll take your word that no one has experienced anything. Okay. Let's get to advices and reflections. So, how has IIIT changed you as a person?
First thing, it actually changed my personality because I was lazy first. Like by the time I joined here, I was very lazy because after JEE, like 3 months, I got to enjoy the feeling of being lazy. So I was completely lazy, and after 1 month of being a fresher into IIIT, I saw my grades. So I was like kind of shocked. Like how did I get so low? So then I had to change all my mindset and all that. I'm still lazy, but comparatively.
I see. Okay, okay. And Akshat?
Yeah. So before joining IIIT, I was an introvert. Then after joining IIIT, I started reaching out to people. I started speaking out to people. So before joining IIIT, I didn't get out of my comfort zone, but in IIIT only, I got out of my comfort zone and explored many things, to be frank.
Right point then. One of you has learned how to get a little serious, and the other one has learned how to take, the fun things Fine. Yeah. Okay. Nice. So, okay. What's something you wish that you had known before joining the college? What?
Coding
So, is prior coding experience required?
and dance. Coding and dance. Really.
No, like
So it's it's not required, but if you have some prior coding experience, it gives you edge in first sem at least.
there are people who are actually monsters in coding. So
Ooh.
when you try to compete with them with a
Yeah.
competitive mind,
So
you regret not learning coding before this.
there is an Olympiad for coding known as Informatics Olympiad. So the silver medalist of International Informatics Olympiad
Nice.
come to IIIT.
So there are many achievements from the college. And yeah, what was that about the dance? So yeah, Akshit, you mentioned something about the dance. Like, what's the lore behind it? Why do you regret not learning?
Or nothing, like just some of like if I could know, if I wish I was a better dancer, so I could get a first row place in freshers dance. Unlike
I see. So was this a
unlike I
point
was
where you
pushed behind everybody.
okay? So was there some crush involved in this that you were embarrassed
No,
about
like
happening the first
I
time?
just wanted to do it. I did it. That's it.
I see. Okay, okay. Fine. I'll take your word for it. Okay. So okay. A little about career and internships in IIIT. We have seen a few I mean, not few actually. I have heard a lot about the achievements in IIIT, and even you have mentioned. So, what would you say is, when do you start thinking about internships in IIIT?
Yeah, exactly. So you should apply for your internships. There is nothing like research. Yeah. So for internships, you should apply yourself and you should get them. So even the campus location is around, so like in between all the major IT companies like TCS, Infosys. Yeah, behind us, like Infosys beside us. Like yeah.
Okay, a great area. Nice. So, is it like you get enough knowledge about everything, whatever you require for internships by which year?
Second year.
Then, in general, you apply to internships from second, like after second.
So single degree students apply to internships after second year. So we dual degree students, we don't know when do we graduate even. It may take 7 years, 8 years. So we'll just apply a year before our graduation. That's it. Mostly fourth year.
Now,
Like after third year, I mean to say.
so, like, since you have brought that point, could you explain a little about dual degree? What's the structure? Like, what do you mean 7 or 8 years?
So dual degree, first you need to complete all your courses. That's anyway we'll do it as a part of the college. And the other thing you need to do extra is you need to publish a research paper and you need to defend it.
Oh,
So that is the graduation requirement. Yeah, exactly. So that's the graduation requirement for dual degree. So while writing a research paper, you may take many years. Like for some people, it's 2 years, and it's also based on the topic you research. So that's the reason.
okay, okay, nice. So, yeah, so this is more towards research. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Right. So, how accessible are your professors for mentorship or research?
So we don't know that much, like because we didn't get a chance to work with professors. We'll get a chance to, but whatever I heard from seniors is like they are quite accessible, like whenever we want. Unlike like night at so at nights they are not, of course. So in the morning in the offices they are accessible.
Yeah, we can say our professors are very accessible because like you can mail them anytime over it or any issue or any guidance you require.
So even if you're a first year student, if you are interested in anything, like most of our friends reached out to professors, so they guided them. So it happens.
Yes, okay, okay. Right. So now, since we have covered through most of the questions, I'll ask you the last and final question. If you had something to tell, if you had a point or you wanted to tell something to your 16-year-old self, that guy who was in, JE preparation. So, what would that one tip or one point that you would have mentioned to him?
Skip JA preparation and start coding from that time only. That's better because most of the companies now won't even like care about degree. So the only they do care about is about what is the skill you have.
Yeah, I would say for myself is, chill out in J preparation because now I realize triplet is a very good option. Like, at start of my J preparation, I was totally funneled onto the IITs. Yeah, then after realizing the reputation of this university and all that, I actually realized like, okay, yeah, actually this is a good thing. So I might have been bit too focused on the, JE is very competitive compared to this.
Yeah, so yeah, those are great insights.
So yeah.
And right. So, any last words you want to say to the viewers? Most of the viewers are, the people from 11th and 12th who have just gone to the next grade. So, a few tips, suggestions, anything you want to tell them?
Don't stress much about JA. There are other options also. Big SAT, IIIT-H. These are on as par with the established IITs and NITs, which I feel is like
Nice. Great.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well, the viewers as you have heard from them. So, do not stress yourself out too much. This IIT NIT craze is just for the competition, but it's not as worth it as it sounds. It is worth it. Those are good colleges, but it doesn't mean that's the end of everything. There are many universities outside which are nice, and it's your time that matters. You can get opportunities from anywhere. See, IIIT, these two are bright students, and they already got into projects where some IITs do not get into projects. So you cannot exactly tell which is good and which is bad. It's up to your time. Don't phase out just because you have not achieved something, and stay confident in whatever you get. So, right, signing off. This is Sindhush. And yeah, thank you.